कैलीग्राफी की स्टाइल्स पढ़ रहे थे, जिसमें अब हम पढ़ेंगे नस्तालीक। Nastaliq was the predominant style of the Persian calligraphy during the 15th and 16th centuries. The inventor was the Mir Ali of the Braids, जो था उसने इसको इन्वेंट किया था इस खत को। और इस द मोस्ट फेमस कैलीग्राफर ऑफ द म्यूरिड पीरियड, जो बिलोंग करता था तिमूरिद पीरियड से। A cursive script Nastaliq was a combination of Naskh and Taliq styles. Naskh और तालीक जो हमने पढ़ लिए हैं, ये नस्तालीक जो है ये नस्ख और तालीक के दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है, featuring elongated horizontal strokes and exaggerated the rounded forms. इसके prominent features क्या हैं कि elongated horizontal जो हैं letters हैं जिनको roundness में जिनके exaggerate किया है, exaggerate in the sense of beauty, in the sense of elegant. The diacritical marks were casually placed and the lines were flowing rather than straight. Nastaliq was frequently incorporated into the paintings of the early Safavid period, which belongs to 16th century and is traditionally considered to be the most elegant of the Persian script. Persian script in the sense of Nastaliq is considered as a most refined khat, most refined style among the all the styles. ये बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत ही रिफाइंड फॉर्म है नस्तालीक जो खत है। नेक्स्ट है द रका स्क्रिप्ट। Raka is the simpler style of everyday writing and it is very easy to write. It is very economical and easy to write है. It is popular for writing both Turkish and Arabic. फिर है दीवानी script. Diwani script is a cursive style of Arabic calligraphy developed during the reign of early Ottoman Turks, which belongs to 16th and early 17th century. Diwani script जो है ये cursive होता है, इसका हर लेटर एक कर्सिव फॉर्म लिए हुए होता है। इट वॉज इन्वेंटेड बाय द हाशिम रूमी एंड रीच इट्स हाइट ऑफ पॉपुलैरिटी अंडर द सलेमान वन ड्यूरिंग द 16th century. It was a decorative and communicative. Diwani was distinguished by the complexity of the lines within the letter and close juxtaposition of letters within the words. Persian calligraphy is the calligraphy of Persian writing system. The history of calligraphy in Persia dates back to the pre-Islamic era. It believed that ancient Persian script was invented by about 600 and 500 BC to provide monument inscriptions for the Achaemenid kings. These scripts consisted of horizontal, vertical, and diagonal nail-sharp letters. And that is the reason in Persia it is called script of nails, cuneiform scripts, khat-e-makki भी इसको कहा जाता है. Other scripts such as Pahlavi and the Western scripts were also used in ancient Persia. Pictogram. Pictogram जो basically है ideogram है basically, और pictorial representation है. Pictorial representation है उन चीजों की जो कि फिजिकल ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, which we can see in the physical form, and the pictorial representational उनकी फॉर्म दी गई है जिसको आप एक पिक्चर के थ्रू अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. Pictograms are often used in writing and graphic system in which the characters are to be considerable extent pictorial in appearance. Pictography is a form of writing which uses representational pictorial drawing. It is a basis of cuneiform and some extent hieroglyphs writing, which also uses drawings as phonetic letters or the determinative rhymes. Hieroglyphs basically it's a writing है, ये साइंस है और वो साइंस थे जो इनकी रूटीन में यूज होते थे and they can easily understand for the communication to each other. आइडियोग्राम क्या है जी? आइडियोग्राम, पिक्टोग्राम तो ये है ना कि पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है, और आइडियोग्राम ये है कि आइडिया और कंसेप्ट है थ्रू ग्राफिक सिंबल्स। साइंस भी हो सकते हैं, रोड साइंस पे आपको अक्सर देखा कि थ्रू सिंबल्स के थ्रू अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं व्हाट द फर्दर आइडिया। हॉस्पिटल जाएं तो व्हील चेयर का बना होता है, तो वी कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द कॉन्सेप्ट बिहाइंड दिस साइन। सो दिस इज द आइडियोग्राम। Hieroglyphs writing क्या है? The Egyptian writing called hieroglyphs used pictures to represent different objects, actions, sounds, or ideas. It was a formal writing system used by ancient Egyptians that combined logographic and the alphabetic elements. There were more than 700 hieroglyphs. Some pictures stood for whole world. Hieroglyphs is made from two Greek words. Hieros mean holy and glyphi means writing. So hieroglyph means holy writing. How do we know how to read hieroglyphs? Through the Rosetta Stones, it can easily understand, which we can convey. Hieroglyphs uses a small pictures which represent the sounds of the objects or an idea associated with the object. And what kind of the material they used during the Egyptian civilization, Egyptian period. Hieroglyphs were written on the papyrus reed, which is a water or the marsh plant, with tall, straight, hollow stems. The reeds were flattened, dried, stuck together to make pages. The Egyptians also carved hieroglyphs onto the stones in the form of the inscriptions. They engraved the stones, and mostly these engraved stones are placed on the tombs. इनके टोम्स पे हमें पेंटिंग्स भी मिलती हैं। पेंटिंग्स की एक अपनी फिलॉसफी है। अकॉर्डिंग टू इजिप्शियन पीपल, दे कैन रिलेट टू द डेड बॉडी एंड द वर्ल्ड आफ्टर देयर ही विल लिव। तो उस चीज को उन्होंने पेंट किया होता है। उस राइटिंग के लिए पेन और इंक इस्तेमाल करते थे। पेपर तो वो इस्तेमाल करते थे जो वो पाइपरस के थ्रू लिया जाता था, उसको ड्राई फॉर्म करके। और इंक जो थी दे यूजुअली रिसीव फ्रॉम द नेचुरल सोर्सेस। नेचुरल सोर्सेस में प्लांट्स हैं, द स्टोन लैपिस lazuli which was very easily available there, so they took the blue color from the lapis lazuli which they used in the paintings, which they used in as a ink. So natural sources थे, प्लांट्स के थ्रू वो ग्रीन कलर लिया करते थे, इनके थ्रू वो इसको एज अ पेंट यूज किया करते थे, ऐसा राइटिंग यूज क्या करते थे। These are basically the slides on which I want to show you the calligraphy. The first one is about to the Diwani script. It is a very delicate, every word letter has a cursive style, which is invented by the Hashim Rumi during the 16th century and early 17th century. It was a decorative and the communicative letter. It is a sign of pictogram. Through sign you can easily what एक आदमी है, साइकिल का साइन है और उसके साथ पर्शियन कैलीग्राफी है, उसको किया गया है। थैंक यू सो मच। आज की स्लाइड में मैं एक दफा दोबारा गो थ्रू कर देती हूँ द टॉपिक्स विच आई डिस्कस हियर। द स्टाइल्स ऑफ द कैलीग्राफी इन विच द नस्तालीक, द राका स्क्रिप्ट, दीवानी स्क्रिप्ट, पर्शियन कैलीग्राफी, पिक्टोग्राम and the ideogram and the significance of the these styles and the difference between the ideogram and pictogram, hieroglyphs writing, and the kind of the material they use for the writing, and it is usually taken from the nature. They use the natural sources for their writing. So आज के लेक्चर में हमने इन चीजों को कवर किया। Hope so you will people easily understand. Thank you so much.